Spiderman, Spiderman, does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves.
Hey guys, what's up? So today's video I am going to show you how I did this artwork. Actually, I'm going to show it to you now. So this is the artwork. I am going to use Graphic, this app on my iPad Pro 12.9 inch. If you are using Vectornator Pro or inkPad, you can also do it, but there are certain things in Graphic app which makes life much easier if you were to follow my tutorial. If you are using Graphic, that's great. So let's get into the video. This design is inspired by this video from Tudvid, and he was inspired by this guy who created the original artwork, which I think is beautiful. So I'm going to show you how to get the same kind of effect using Graphic. Tudvid videos shows how to do it using AI, Adobe Illustrator. So today I'm going to use Graphic. So let's start a new artwork, new canvas, a blank one. So let's do this. So the first thing that we need to do is get that color, a box. So select this rectangle and just draw over your canvas. This will be, I need to change the color of this box, so I tap on this and let's choose a dark blue color, something like this. You can see, let's see the hex, 15871. Okay, that's good enough, I think. So about there. So this will be the night sky, and this will be the first layer. So let's have another layer. So on this new layer we are going to draw the clouds. So drawing clouds is very easy. Select this ellipse tool, and again let's change the color of the cloud, the circle, the ellipse, to a lighter one. Maybe this light. The hex is this way, 4768140. So that's done. Let's draw. Okay, and here so you can see I'm using my finger instead of my pencil, because the Apple Pencil you cannot you cannot constrain. There is no way to constrain the ellipse into a perfect circle unless I'm using my finger. So that's it. Let's draw. So drag and then use your finger to constrain. Drag and use your finger. Drag, use your finger. So that's my first cloud. So in order to prevent the background to be moved, so let's lock it. So tap on this one. So I've locked that. So now I can go on and select these. And the next thing I need to do is I need to combine and union. There you go. So that's one cloud settled. So there's this few things here which I don't like. So you see that? So I'm going to delete that. I'm going to select this X, select using this arrow, and press this X button here. So that's done. So now our cloud is nice and clean. Let's make a new cloud. Let's have another layer, and now we draw the same thing. But let's turn this off. Okay, so we are not confused. Let's have another cloud. Okay, let's speed this up because I think you get the idea. Just draw random circles. Okay, I think this is fine. So select all of it and let's combine it. Union. So that's done. So let's make another one. Okay, combine it. Union. Done. So for each and every one of these, we're going to add some shadow. Now if you see, there is an outline which I don't want, so I'm just going to remove that. To remove an outline, we just simply go to this one, information, go to stroke. I don't want it, so 0. Done. So the next one will be on this layer, set to 0. The next will be this, set to 0. Done. So the next thing I would like to do, so let's take note. So this will be the front cloud, if I'm not wrong, and this one is the middle. Let's deal with the front cloud first. We're going to add some shadow, so get your effect, this button here, and go to the effects panel and select drop shadow. Let's have the offset, decrease the Y. I hope you can see by how much. Okay, now the blurring, let's get some blurring done. So about, maybe I'll set it to the max, which is 50, and that's it. So now all I need to do is copy the style and get to this layer and paste the style. Okay, and then get to this layer again, select it, paste the style. This is the background. Okay, so there you have it. So these are my clouds, so I am going to make the front cloud somewhat smaller. Where's my front cloud? This one. So I'm gonna decrease the size. So the good thing about graphic is you can decrease the size from here. So let's undo that. Using your finger, decrease the size. Alright. And let's decrease the size of the middle one as well. Okay, now I would like it to cover more area, so I'm going to duplicate this. So just copy and then paste. So I have another one, so just drag it here. So what I'm going to do now is select these two guys, and then I'm going to combine, union. So there you have it. So that's my middle cloud. So I'm going to get the front cloud and do the same thing. I'm just going to copy and paste. So there it is. I think it would be better if I were to flip this. So I'm going to flip it so that it looks a bit better. So I'm going to select and I'm going to combine and union. So now I'm going to draw the stars. So all the previous layers I'm going to lock it. So to draw the stars, I'm just going to draw some circle like that. But this time around, this particular circle will be white. So let's draw the circle. Okay, just like that. I'm using my finger and not my Apple Pencil because it is easier to use to use my finger to constrain into a perfect circle. Because the Apple Pencil doesn't work in conjunction with a second finger. Okay, so just place them at random. We're going to shrink this later on. So I am happy with this. I'm going to select all of it and I am going to resize. Resize it with my finger again. So what I'm going to do is copy and paste and move this here now. I think it would be better if I were to select this, group them. I think this will be a better idea, easier. Copy and paste. So now I just need to drag it. Okay, and then maybe just rotate. And one more. Copy and paste. Okay, so now the trick is to do this. I'm going to select all of this and then I'm going to set the blend to overlay, just like that. So now we have this overlay. I'm just going to group them again. Alright, so now I'm just going to copy it and then paste in place. No, maybe just paste in place one more time. All we need now is to have that boundary, that circular boundary. So let's draw another layer, and this time around we are going to draw a circle. Let's lock that star layer. Then I'm going to use my finger. Okay, now this particular circle has to be the same color as the background. And it has to have a gradient fill. Set the color, or maybe just the dropper. Okay, that's good. And the gradient fill has to be a radial one. So outside is black. Well, it shouldn't be, right? Because it has to blend with the background, and the background is not black. So the background is this color. So the outer rim of your circle has to be the same color as your background. Now for this inner gradient, let's set the opacity to 0. You see? So you can see through whatever that is behind it. Okay, so just drag this slider further so you can see more, but the outside has a very nice vignette. Look at that, beautiful. So now that you've seen a very nice vignette, what we're going to do is we're going to mask the whole thing, the background, I mean the clouds and the stars. So what we do is, but first we still need this very nice gradient. So we have to copy and paste it in place. Okay, so we have 2 copies of this circle, right? But we are only going to use one of them to mask. So what we have to do now is this. select these, one of the circle, the big one, as well as all these layers that we've done, the clouds and the stars. So tap on this button here, tap on the stars and the clouds. Make sure you select all of it like that, except for this particular circle. And then press this and cut. So now you see that this is left. What you need to do is tap on this and paste inside. Alright? Now all these other layers we don't need anymore. Right? So just select all of it and delete. But now we have a problem. This doesn't look the same. So the reason why, let's find out. This gradation, this circle, we need to change. We have to change this because the inside has to be the same color as the background. Even though it is transparent, but if it is not the same color, that gradation will still show. So this must be set to alpha. Now you will see it. So have a new layer. This new layer we're going to do, so get out your polygon tool. We're going to have 3 sides, and now we're going to draw. Now this, I would like to set it to a darker color maybe. So not a gradient but a color fill. Let's use the eyedropper, and then let's draw. So we have this. I'm going to drag. I am going to drag and resize it like that. If you are using Vectornator Pro, you can use the resize tool. Alright, so this is done. So I have to change this point. I think this looks good. Okay, set to this selection tool. Bring it down, bring it up. Okay, and that's my hill. Maybe I'm gonna make it a bit smaller. So now have another layer. So this layer will be behind the hill. Now this is the fun part because this is the moon. We're going to draw the moon. So make sure you use your finger to draw a perfect circle, something like that. And we are going to set the color to somewhat white. Let's set the opacity to about 15%. Yeah? So 15%, we're going to copy this and paste in place. Use this scale tool to perfectly and numerically decrease the size to 90 and 90. Let's do it. Scale. Okay, so let's try this. Copy and scale. Is it copy and scale? See how easy your workflow can be. Copy and scale. Does it look good? I think it does. So now for the final moon layer, we're just going to up the opacity to full. So that's your moon. So now let's do a fun part, the last part, which is Spidey. We're going to import this picture. Get this picture tool, this button here, and we're going to select a picture. I'll put a link below so that you can use it as a reference. This picture here. Okay? So we have this picture of Spiderman. So we're going to trace it. Okay, let's have some fun. So we have this layer. So what we do is get out your freehand tool here, and we're going to trace this. So it's going to be, let's have a different color so you can see. Okay, let's use your pen and let's trace it. And that's it. So we have that. Now let's color it in. So it's going to be maybe black, but I don't want the stroke anymore, right? So what we do is just going to here, appearance, stroke, set to 0, and that's it. We no longer need the reference photograph, so we can hide that. So let's check our Spidey. I'm going to move this Spidey up here. Alright, so let's draw the string now. Use a line tool, this line tool, and then simply start from here and drag up like that. The color should be black. Alright, so let's have some fun. Let's move this a bit over here. Okay, and let's draw some scraggly lines over here. Let's undo that. Use your pencil tool, the pen or pencil tool, yeah, freehand tool, and just draw some scraggly lines to make it seem like it's really a web being spun into a rope. And that's it. That's how you do this particular art. So that's how I draw Spider-Man Homecoming. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope you can follow it. If you can't, just replay and then just follow on through the steps. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this, and if you like, give it a thumbs up. And do consider to subscribe, because you will be notified if any new videos are coming up from me. So until then, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.